Tyrone was a kind man who worked as a delivery driver in a small town. He was in his mid-30s, tall and strong, with a warm smile that made people feel at ease. Tyrone loved his job because he enjoyed meeting different people and bringing them their packages. Every day he drove his big white delivery van, stopping at homes and businesses, delivering everything from birthday gifts to groceries. But one day, something happened that changed his life forever. It was a cold and cloudy afternoon when Tyrone pulled up to a small house on Willow Street. The house looked old and a little worn out, with chipped paint and a broken porch step. Tyrone had a package to deliver there, so he grabbed it from the back of his van and walked up to the door. As he knocked, he noticed something strange. There was no sound inside the house. Usually, people would come quickly or at least shout, "Just a minute." But this time, there was nothing. The house was silent. He knocked again, louder this time, and waited. Just as he was about to leave the package on the porch, he heard a faint sound. It wasn't coming from behind the door. It sounded like a whisper, soft and scared, coming from the side of the house. Tyrone froze for a moment, listening carefully. "Help me," the voice said, so quiet he almost thought he imagined it. He looked around, his heart pounding. "Hello? Is someone there?" he called out. The whisper came again, clearer this time. "Help me, please." Tyrone followed the sound, walking around to the side of the house. There, near a small, dirty window, he saw a little girl. She looked about 7 years old, with messy blonde hair and pale skin. She was peeking through the crack in the curtains, her eyes wide with fear. Her lips moved as she whispered again, "Help me." Tyrone crouched down to her level. "Hey there, are you okay? What's your name?" he asked gently. The girl hesitated before answering. "My name is Lily," she said in a trembling voice. "Please, don't tell anyone you saw me." Tyrone felt a chill run down his spine. "Why not, Lily? Are you hurt? Is someone with you?" Lily shook her head quickly and looked over her shoulder, as if afraid someone might hear her. "I'm not supposed to talk to anyone, but I'm so hungry and I'm scared." Tyrone's chest tightened. Something was very wrong. "Lily, who's in the house with you? Are your parents home?" Lily looked down and whispered, "It's just me and him." "Who's him?" Tyrone asked, trying to keep his voice calm. Before Lily could answer, Tyrone heard the sound of heavy footsteps inside the house. Lily gasped and ducked out of sight, disappearing behind the curtain. Tyrone stood up quickly, his heart racing. The front door creaked open, and a man stepped out. He was tall and thin, with a scruffy beard and angry eyes. His clothes were dirty, and he looked like he hadn't slept in days. "Can I help you?" the man asked, his voice rough and unfriendly. Tyrone forced a smile. "Hi, I've got a package for this address. Is this your house?" The man nodded slowly. "Yeah, that's mine. Just leave it on the porch." Tyrone handed him the package, but couldn't shake the uneasy feeling in his gut. He glanced back at the window where Lily had been, but the curtain was still now, and there was no sign of her. "Thanks," the man muttered, and went back inside, slamming the door behind him. Tyrone walked back to his van, shamed, but he couldn't stop thinking about Lily. Why was she so scared? Who was that man? He sat in his van for a moment, staring at the house. Then he made a decision. He grabbed his phone and dialed 911. "911, what's your emergency?" the operator asked. Tyrone took a deep breath. "Hi, I'm a delivery driver, and I think a little girl might be in danger at a house on Willow Street. She said she needed help, and something doesn't feel right." The operator asked him for more details, and Tyrone explained everything: the whispers, the man, and Lily's frightened face. "Please send someone to check on her," he said. The police arrived within minutes. Tyrone stayed parked down the street, watching as 2 officers knocked on the door. The man opened it, looking annoyed, but the officers didn't leave. They talked to him for a while, then went inside. Tyrone's heart was pounding as he waited. After what felt like forever, the officers came out, and with them was Lily. She was holding one of the officers' hands, her face pale but relieved. Tyrone stepped out of his van as the officer walked toward him. "Thank you for calling us," the officer said. "You did the right thing. This little girl was in a very dangerous situation. We're taking her somewhere safe now." Tyrone looked at Lily, and she gave him a small smile. "Thank you," she whispered. Tyrone nodded, tears in his eyes. "You're going to be okay now, Lily," he said softly. As he drove away that day, Tyrone couldn't stop thinking about Lily and how close she had been to being forgotten. He realized how important it was to listen, to pay attention, and to act when something didn't feel right. That one whisper had changed everything. From that day on, Tyrone carried Lily's story with him, reminding himself and others that sometimes even the smallest voice can make the biggest difference. That's all the story, friends. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting content. And don't forget to comment below and let me know what country you're watching from.